Why is she back?
I'm back.
You need to leave. That is disgusting.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Taste of Reality. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing the Ultimatum Season 1, Episode 7. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and I will be posting 8 early tomorrow morning. It's been a long day. So, out the gate, April announces that she is late, and she suspects that since she and Jake always have unprotected sex, she's probably pregnant.
Can you make sure one of those is a virgin?
No.
It's too late.
Sorry,
because I have
April.
an ultrasound Monday. What the fuck?
Pay a pregnancy test and drink some fucking alcohol.
Well, I mean, if he won't marry you, that's one way to keep him. So, Alexis is back to share about how exciting being engaged has been. But it's more so like a pissing contest of like how great she's doing and how horrible everyone else is, especially everyone who had to deal with Colby.
I'm so confused why you're with him when
we
you're
are
like
anywhere.
this image and then there's him. You could do like 20,000 times better.
She's going around the table, kind of like dissecting everyone's relationship. And I'm sorry, I'm with April on this one. Girl, you brought this man on an ultimatum. He didn't want to marry you. And all of a sudden, when he was exploring other connections, you got cold feet. Now you want to act like you're the relationship expert on these other people's relationships. Yet you said you would not marry a man who makes less than you, which we know, what's his name? Hunter? Hunter makes less than her. This is why I wanted the couples who got engaged to stay in the experiment. I truly want them to explain to us what changed. What's the difference? Because I don't know. The conversation ends up being too much for April because Alexis kept poking at Ray, kind of saying like, don't think about April's feelings. Do you see a future with Jake? And it's like, okay, that's enough, right? So she tells Alexis off. She storms out, right? Back with Jake, though, he's still upset about the snooping through his phone situation, and she's trying to reach out to him, and he's saying, listen, I'm tired of you masking our issues with physical affection.
I'm not feeling like I want to be kissy lovey-dovey. I'm not feeling like I want to hold your hand. I feel like that takes away from us actually coming together and fixing things.
I get April being put off by Jake's body language, but at the end of the day, like, if this is something that y'all do, you wanted him to come and be different, to have learned different things, and he's learning that sweeping things under the rug doesn't work for y'all. So I mean, at least they spoke things out. They weren't yelling at each other. They didn't get heated. He ended up holding her hand at the end of the day, and I'm like, okay, growth. In true messy fashion, all the couples reunite on a party bus. And actually, on the party bus, things were okay. There was kind of this awkward moment between April and Jake where, like, he didn't really want to accept the lap dance, but okay. Until we get to the winery, things start to get a little bit awkward.
There it is. That's money.
Don't play my game with that bitch.
Is that what it was?
I meant it.
Damn.
I wouldn't have said it if I didn't.
Later in the evening, Madeline and Colby are still kind of going at each other, where Colby is insistent on saying, you know, we're the best doing it, like we're the best couple here. And Madeline's like, no, we're not. And you got to stop pretending like things are perfect when they're not.
You're just saying that you think we're in the best place, and I'm saying, like, I kind of feel like we're misunderstanding each other. You're not this perfect listener now overnight.
Something about Colby, to me, he really chooses his words wisely, and it's more so like he's trying to not get caught rather than trying to say the right thing. Like, you know how if somebody, it's like a politician can't outright say what they will and won't do, but they're going to say something that insinuates that they will do something without firmly saying they'll do it. I feel like that's how Colby talks. He talks very much like a politician. And so Madeline is just tired of him keeping up this facade that everything's perfect between them when it's not. And in reality, she thinks that the couple who is the best is Randall and Shanique. Whereas Shanique is like, I'm still stuck on Madeline.
I'm asking you, what the fuck did y'all talk about?
It doesn't matter.
It does.
Why? I think you want me to say something that I hated about Madeline. I think that's what you want me to say.
At the end of this conversation, she's trying to be petty and saying like, F the ring, F the ring, F the ring. And you know what? Yes, F the ring for real. Because so far, who you coming after? Is it Colby? I feel like up until this point, the times that we see her talk about marriage, it's more so the idea of it rather than the practicality of what marriage looks like. So for us to hear her say F the ring, it's like, okay, maybe she's seeing that there's more to marriage than just a wedding. Now, fast forward to going back to her grandmother's house. Now Randall is there, and the family is basically like asking him, yo, how was your time? What did you learn? And Randall is out here digging himself a hole.
We didn't go back and forth on a lot of things. We had a lot of...
Oh, should you go back and forth?
I'm not saying we go... No.
Do you feel connected to her?
Emotionally, I say yes, because I think that was pretty important.
Yeah.
For us.
This conversation to me further emphasized that she's looking past the ring and past the wedding and is really taking marriage seriously now, because she's asked about the ring and she's like, you know what, it's not even about the ring anymore. Although the ring symbolizes commitment and intention for her, even though that's not reality, their issues and their concerns are greater than just a grand wedding. Can we make our connection work in a relationship? And also too, I want to remind people, like, just because we talk about a lot of negative stuff does not mean people can't go into a marriage with like not having everything ironed out. I just feel like with these people, there's just too much to ignore. Like everybody in the cast, not just these two. With Ray and Zay, the roles have reversed. So we've been hearing Zay for the last few episodes say that he's ready for marriage now. And he always thought that he was truly the one giving the ultimatum. But now Ray is getting cold feet on the whole situation.
I enjoy not having to open up all the time, and I enjoy like not being pushed. I just don't think that I need to be engaged right now.
I get what she's saying in that, you know, life doesn't always have to be serious conversation. And if that's all that you're bringing to me, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. Sometimes I just want to have fun. And that explains why she had so much great moments, such a great time with Jake, because Jake was lighthearted, Jake was fun. It was easy between them. With her, my issue is like, you're the one who issued the ultimatum. So if anybody should have been prepared for these hard-hitting questions, these tough conversations, it should have been you. Yeah. Like, it doesn't make sense to me why throughout this process, Zay has been the one truly challenging her in that, like, how have you grown? Do you see areas of growth? Why do you feel like we should be married? Like, these are the questions that the person who issued the ultimatum should be giving. So that's where Ray confuses me. I'm with her in that too much seriousness is exhausting, but also you're the one who wants marriage. You should be having these conversations. So obviously, Zay is not impressed with Ray's response to his questions, which is typical. I mean, when has he been impressed this whole season, right? And so like later that night, she's feeling sick and all she wants is for him to stay with her. And he's like, nah, I'm finna go out and get wasted. Bye.
I don't want to just lay down next to her and act like this is not a problem. I just want to leave and forget everything. I'm ready to get fucked up and just forget all this even happened.
So the whole time he was out, she says that typically when he does this, he comes back at like 2 a.m., right? But this time around, it was like 8 in the morning that he came back, and throughout the night he was unresponsive. He turned off his location sharing, and, you know, it was a hot mess, right? And then when he came back, it seemed like he was still drunk, and he was confused why she was pissed at him. And I want to clarify something, because some of y'all in the comments are like, why are you always siding with Zay? Clearly you're biased. How can you not see that he's problematic? Listen, am I biased towards Zay? Yes, absolutely. You can tell. However, you guys are missing the point when I say he has potential 5 years from now. I said give the man 5 to 10 years. And I feel like he would be a great husband and father. Not now. And this proved it. This juvenile behavior for me would never fly. Because I would rather we sit here pissed off at each other, but we're in the same vicinity. You're not going to kick off, get wasted, come back still wasted, confused as to why I'm upset. You could have died. I know that's extreme for some people, but honestly, that's how I process things. I'm like, I need to know that you're okay. I come from a family where if my mom is going up to the store, that's literally a 5-minute walk from our household, she will let the entire house know, hey, by the way, I'm going to the store. Like, I'm from that kind of family. So if somebody's going to go out and I know that you're drinking, I don't know where you're going, and then you're not going to respond to my text, you're going to turn off your location, which I mean, I don't really need your location on, but you're just going to kick off in anger and you're going to come back home confused. You got me messed up. So yeah, and as much as I see that Zay has potential, this is very much so juvenile behavior. That's why I was saying give him 5 to 10 years, y'all. That's what I was saying. So when he's back, they're arguing back and forth and she is trying to leave, right? And he's not letting her leave. They tussle back and forth. Black screen, because they want to leave us on a cliffhanger. So obviously I'm going to talk about that in the next video, what happened. But moving on from them, some of the other couples seem to be doing very well. We even have Colby, who's come to the realization that maybe Madeline's needs are important.
My past hurt has maybe made me feel the need to demand more. You being able to give me that feedback shows me that you do see me and understand me in the way that I need you to.
Madeline did not insinuate, she outright said it, that he is a narcissist. And the more that Colby talks, I see it. It's like if Colby's way doesn't fly, then nothing's going forward. And it's so interesting that he sees her as being that person, where it's Madeline's way or the highway. But as of right now, it's like he knows that there's issues between their relationship. He doesn't care because he wants to get married. She has all these doubts and all these concerns. It doesn't matter to him. His whole cheating situation, he claims it was for the benefit of their relationship. He was doing it for her. I'm just like, He doesn't really let her talk all the way through sometimes. It's giving subtle toxic. And that to me is scary because it's so easy for us to pinpoint something like, when April kicks off, we're like, yeah, she's probably the issue because, she's very exuberant. She's very out there. So when she gets angry, it's easy to pick out. It's easy to dissect. But somebody like Colby, who doesn't really get angry like that, but is like this subtle toxic kind of person, that'd be the scariest ones. He is the scariest one. Yo, prayers for Madeline. Oh, no. Oh, Colby's really bad if I'm caping for Madeline. Good God. Another couple that's doing well is Jake and whatever her name is. Jake acknowledges that he could and should have had a better... He could have treated April better during the first weeks of their trial marriage.
I did come into this whole 3 weeks with you, really angry and really heated up, but I didn't come in the right way I should.
At the end of this, I don't know why they gave us some CCTV footage of them hooking up as if they aren't already a couple and it's not scandalous. Like, they go together. We already know they have sex. Why would you show? And she already told us she's been late. Like, it's not a scandal, Netflix. You're including the wrong stuff and you're cutting out the wrong stuff. What are y'all doing? Y'all did it on Love is Blind too. It's a little irritating. Let me cool down. That's it for episode 7. Like I said, episode 8 will be up early in the morning tomorrow. So as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.